All
right, welcome to S&J Sports Talk. Paige, are we live?
We live.
How you doing, my brother, my co-host?
How you doing?
We are going ahead and we are test running
this live stream for y'all who could.
This live stream. It's our first time getting on the live stream. That way we can hook it up and y'all can actually comment with us and talk with us and we can respond to your questions while we're on here. Man, there's so much stuff happening right now in the sports world. Before we get into it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button for us. Appreciate each and every one of y'all who have been following us and who have been sharing our videos, sharing our content, responding to us, and letting us know what you want to hear about. Man, anything new that's been happening this week for you, man, since our last podcast?
Man, what's up with y'all, though? What's up with y'all? Nah, man, we just chilling.
Yeah.
What you been up to?
Man, we are in the middle of March Madness. It started yesterday.
Okay.
And I don't really have a team in the fight. I like to see good basketball games. I like to see them college teams play. A lot of times they play with a lot of heart, man, right down to the wire. I saw that upset. Purdue lost. Purdue was the number 1 seed, and they lost to a FDU team.
16th seed.
16th seed. Beat them by it wasn't even like a game-winning shot. It was like an actual 5-point win.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. It's always great to see that in March Madness.
But it's called March Madness for a reason, right?
It's called March Madness for a reason. Sacramento State women's team is in it, which is amazing. I'm telling y'all, something's in the air because if you're in Sacramento, if you're from Sacramento, you have the Sacramento Kings about to be in the playoffs this year.
Right.
You have the Sacramento State women's team made it to the March Madness.
Yeah.
And I mean, these are things that just don't happen. The Kings, they don't go to the playoffs. The Sacramento State teams, I've never heard of a Sacramento State team being in March Madness. So I think they're actually playing right now, which is interesting. They're playing UCLA. Probably going to get smacked, but they there. You know.
Hey, at least they made it, right?
They made it. They made it there, and we hoping that they do their thing.
Yeah.
So it's March Madness though for sure. A good game I saw yesterday, man, was Memphis playing Florida Atlantic, and Memphis was ahead the whole game.
Yeah,
they lost the game on the last second layup. My man from Florida Atlantic went and just drove right in, got the layup. And then the Memphis team was so deflated after that, they didn't even get a good shot off in time afterwards. So that was tough. But it's March Madness, man. I love it. I love all this basketball. So much stuff happening, man.
Everyone's bracket is messed up.
Yeah. I think after that number 1 and number 16 seed.
After Purdue lost, they're done.
I never do the brackets, man. Did you do one?
I never do it. I always say I'm going to do it, and then never do it.
Kind of sneaks up on you. But that's a lot of games to try to get correct. I mean, I think if anything, if you were going to go by percentages, who gets the best percentage, but just to try to get all those games correct, that's a lot. You can't really determine who's going to be injured in the game. You can't determine what's all going to happen.
Yeah.
As far as matchups and whatnot. But if anybody still has their bracket together, that'll be amazing. Who had Purdue losing? Everybody's real big on that guy, Zach Edey.
Yeah, on Purdue.
Yeah, they say he's 7'5" and stuff like that. I never was sold on him. I just thought he was a real tall guy. I mean, if you're real tall like that and you can just do some basics, you should be solid.
Yeah.
But it didn't work.
He'll be good in the
They said he barely scored in the end of that game. They didn't even go to him or he didn't score. So that's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, man.
I usually keep up to date with March Madness after the Sweet 16. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because a lot of teams make it in, 60-something teams make it in. So
yeah.
I mean,
start with 64 teams, go to that 32, and then Sweet 16 next week.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see, man. It'll be interesting to see. But we do want to cover some. Do you have a college team that you actually hey, I hope they make it?
I usually, man, just. To be honest, I just watch the games. I don't really
watch the actual games.
I don't really have a college favorite. If there's a player on the team I like, I'll root for them. But
okay,
yeah,
okay. I was hoping to see North Carolina do it again, but they didn't even make it to the tournaments. They didn't put them in the 64 teams.
Yeah,
I don't know why that happened. I don't know if it's based on record or what, but I feel like if you made the championship last year and you returned your players, you should at least be given a shot in the tournament again.
Yeah.
Like, if you've done decent.
At least be able to go back.
Yeah.
I think Duke got knocked out too,
Duke.
if I remember correctly.
I think Duke won.
My apologies, I stand corrected.
I think so. We
just gonna
gotta,
skip that.
It's so many games happening, and then there's the women's game happening. There's the guys' game happening. And then
Still,
there's
the NBA is still going on. You
Yeah,
got
we trying to keep up
NFL
with
free
everything,
agency
and
going on.
It's nonstop. I mean, one game's over, you just get done celebrating a game-winning shot, and then they
Right.
go right over to another game.
Mm-hmm.
That's also live. So it's a lot happening at one time.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting, man. It'll be interesting to see. Definitely next week when it gets to the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8, that's when it's going to be real interesting to see how these games go, man. But
Yeah.
let's talk about some NBA, brother.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. So, Sacramento Kings. How far will they go this year?
The Sacramento Kings. I can't
Sacramento
believe they
Kings.
are actually a topic of discussion on S&J Sports Talk. They have their own segment. They got their own segment, man.
Bro, they was talking about the Kings on TNT. No, as a matter of fact,
They
the Kings.
were on
As a matter of
First
fact,
Take.
the Kings were playing on TNT about like last week. They were playing on TNT.
They had a game on TNT.
Yeah, they had a game on TNT,
and
guys.
then they
That's
were
not
actually
big.
showing them respect. They weren't just laughing
They're
at them, 'cause
talking
they
on-
always laugh at the Kings.
Yeah.
They always laugh at the Kings, but I heard them actually on there. They were like, can the Kings win the West? Because right now what you have is you have the Kings at number 2,
Yeah.
tied with Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis Grizzlies are hanging in there even without John Morant. So it's interesting to see Memphis, but I think the Kings are going to keep that number 2 seed.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to keep the number 2 seed. And if they can keep the number 2 seed, I see them winning the first round. I see them winning their first round. I really do. They don't have no limit. They don't have no.
Yeah. The sky's the limit for them.
They don't have no type of
They're so young, but I feel like they got like a bit of experience. I feel like the coach is going to be able to keep them intact when they go
Mike
into the
Brown,
playoffs. You know what I'm
definitely.
saying?
And they just are having fun at this point,
Yeah,
because
they're
they know they've already exceeded the expectations because they're going into playoffs for the first time in, I say, 20 years. I think it's 2006 was the last time they made it.
Right.
But it seems like it's been a long time, man.
Right.
So, yeah, that's exciting stuff, man. But when we look at the Kings, what do you think, man? Are they legitimate? Are they just having a good regular season? Can they hang with them top teams? Can they hang with
In the West?
in the West? Can they hang with the Denvers, the
I
Phoenix?
don't know about right now. I don't know about Denver just because of Jokic. He's so big.
Memphis. Can they hang with
Sabonis
Memphis?
not gonna be able. But I say they're able to hang with any team right now. I mean, the Lakers, the Warriors are struggling, but I say we're able to hang with them.
Okay.
Obviously.
Yeah, the Lakers. You never know, man. LeBron come back and they might dominate the playoffs.
know,
you
yeah.
never know.
Right now we're good. I mean, Dallas, I see us being able to hang with them. A few weeks ago, I was like, I don't know, but now I'm actually
You're
really
seeing
seeing
them,
it.
huh?
I'm actually really seeing it.
They pulling out some tough game
when they
winners.
play. Yeah, it's tough. When you got Fox, Monk, Sabonis, we got a lot of shooters on our team, bro. Herder, man.
Herder be hitting.
We got a nice squad. It's
Trey
just
Lyles be hitting. Trey Lyles is nice. I think
Trey
you
Lyles.
told me about Trey Lyles, and I was like,
yeah, I was telling you about him.
he actually was doing his
He
thing.
was nice. What you think about that altercation with Giannis?
That's why I like it, man. I saw that altercation. I saw Trey Lyles didn't back down from Brook Lopez. I love to see that, because what you need in a great playoff team is you need somebody who can just push that limit.
Yeah, that's why you need the
You
Patrick
need that.
Beverly, that
You need
Draymond
the Patrick
Green.
Beverly, the Dylan Brooks, the Draymond Green. Oh, we're gonna get into Dylan Brooks a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
But you need those players, and the Kings haven't really had that player. But that was nice to see Trey Lyles go at Brook Lopez, because a lot of times people in the NBA, they pick on who they gonna actually pick on.
Yeah.
And he when Brook Lopez stepped to him, he went right at that net. He was like, back up, back up. And then Brook Lopez
Yeah.
moved the whole Sacramento Kings team off to the bench. Did you see Mike Brown? He's all falling in the background.
Nice. Darren Fox was the funniest. He just got pushed out the way. He
Oh
just got
yeah, he
shoved.
got knocked to the scores
like-
table too, little skinny self.
Yeah.
But it was funny
it's
to
all
see
good.
that Mike Brown, and then afterwards, Mike Brown is like, "Man, we don't back down from nobody." That like, see, he's building that culture of
He's
what the
saying
Sacramento
like
Kings
he stands
needed.
with his team and whatnot, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they didn't do nothing wrong. And really, in that situation, Giannis was wrong, because you could tell Giannis and Trey Lyles were going for the rebound at the end, and they were kind of talking with each other, a little physical. And so then when Giannis got the ball, he's dribbling, and he walks right over there in front of He walks right in front of Trey Lyles, and that's why Trey Lyles was like kind of went for the basketball because he's like, hey, don't come over here walking by me. Like we just all chilling.
Giannis technically didn't do anything wrong.
He didn't do nothing wrong.
But we know what he did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no one really did nothing wrong.
Yeah, no one really did nothing wrong.
It was just matters of general.
And then, hey, I wouldn't even like, come on.
Out.
To the NBA, we know how like soft the NBA is now in terms of like the text and whatnot. I'm not calling it in-game and whatnot, soft or whatnot. Because these are grown men, physical, shoving each other every play or whatnot.
Right.
But just like in terms of text and whatnot, man, just give Trey Lyles a tag and whatnot. You know, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, they ejected people for nothing nowadays.
If someone gets hurt or something, then, you know, I can see it getting a fine or whatnot. Or if the fans get into it or whatnot, but...
Well, remember, we did a episode on the referees.
We did.
Maybe a couple months back, and we just said the referees are getting to a point where they're out of control.
Mm-hmm.
You have these referees who are power hungry, control hungry. You have these lady referees out there that the men can't even really talk to or yell at.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they're bringing a different culture
to the NBA,
to the game. Yeah. That's a very interesting thing with the refs because we've been seeing it all year. Bad calls. I'm talking about blatant bad calls. Like everybody in the building, even the home team's like, yeah, that was a bad call. But these refs are just standing on their little screer trying to do a power trip. What did you think, man? Speaking of the culture of the NBA, did you hear Damian Lillard say he might not be in the NBA too much longer? He don't like the way the culture is moving.
Yeah.
What did you think about that? I saw ESPN First Take, Stephen A. Smith, and then we're talking about that recently. What was your thoughts on Damian Lillard?
What were they saying about that? What was Stephen A. Smith saying?
You know what? I didn't hear what he said. I heard he was talking about it, and I just took note.
Yeah.
I just took note, but I didn't need to hear what he had to say.
Yeah, Stephen A.'s. Yeah, let's just go ahead. I saw that. Yeah, Damian Lillard. I mean, it's interesting, right? With the perspective he gave, it's like, hey, it's like everyone's just so concerned about winning a title and whatnot. And, you know, the NBA playing basketball, it really should be like, hey, you go out here, we're just trying to have fun and win. You know what I'm saying? But kind of lost the aspect of it and whatnot. People just really out here kind of for the money. And that's the definition of winning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Business decisions.
Yeah, business decisions. But sort of like the funness of the game is out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's interesting.
It's a business, man. They can trade you at any time. I mean, you can be the hottest thing in the world, and then you get injured, and they won't talk about you for the next 8 months. And then when you come back from your injury, you're just trying to recover, and they're expecting you to go back to normal.
You know, I think the biggest thing he said, though, in the interview, he was like, people always have the expectations on you. You know what I'm saying? On what makes you great, right? He's like, oh, you got to win a title. Like, you haven't done this or that. You know what I'm saying?
But they don't look at the organization.
Then when you do win then you have people like Kevin Durant, when they do win a title, oh, well, he had to go to a super team or whatnot. He didn't do it. He wasn't the star player or whatnot. It's like, so they have expectations on whatever you do.
And Damian Lillard definitely can speak on this because he's been consistently
he's loyal.
He's been consistently a great player.
Every year.
One of the top 75. He's been consistent. But, and I should say, he also has been able to look at this thing from a perspective that a lot of players don't get. A lot of NBA players don't get that perspective of being with one team and not competing for the championship. Portland's never competed for the championship. I think they made the Western Conference one year and got beat.
Yeah, they did.
But he's consistently made the playoffs, just got him beat. But consistently, so he's able to speak about the culture from someone who's just trying to stay with one team. You bring all your talent to one team, and you're like, hey, let's build. The thing Michael Jordan did, he stayed with one team, grew with that team, and then won with that team. But you saw the Last Dance documentary. You saw how many issues even Michael Jordan was going through with his owner and the team organization.
Yeah.
The general manager and all the little power trips they were having.
Too. Yeah.
Scottie Pippen. So it's so much more in the league. And I agree with Damian Lillard. I enjoy just seeing competitive basketball and people who love to play the game of basketball. Once you start bringing in the politics, like you need this team to be the team in the finals because you need the TV ratings and you need this player to be the new upcoming star. I'm like, it's so much other stuff that comes with the NBA. You know, we be talking about it all the time, man. Everything from the coaches to the suspensions to the ejections. It's so much other politics that come with the NBA, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it is true.
I feel him on that.
I feel it, yeah.
So, but yeah, man, there's
I think he'll be in for another year or two at least, though.
I think
at least till his contract ends or whatnot.
He's really saying like, man, I'm tired of not winning a championship. Like, y'all need to help me win because they're falling out of the playoffs.
That's the organization's fault too. Dame's been there for like 5 years. You guys, you should have got him some pieces around and whatnot. I don't know if it's he's taking too much money or
They
whatnot.
took pieces away
You gotta
from
pay-
him. They got
They
rid
took
of
C.J. McCollum. Yeah.
LaMarcus Aldridge, all his top players. They all had to go.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what they're
And they
doing.
never really brought nobody there. So
Yeah.
he needs more than just one player too. They need like a whole different squad that can really ball.
Yeah.
And they're kind of wasted Dame's years right now, which I hate.
Yeah, he's in his prime. It's like you
man.
gotta go with this one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, speaking of the playoffs, man, what team? Because it's a close push right now in the West.
Right.
You have in that 7, 8, 9, and 10 spot. Those are the teams that are going to play for the play-ins. The 7 and the 8 seed are going to play each other. The 9 and the 10 seed are going to play each other. Winners of those will then play the number 1 and 2 seed in the West.
Right.
What teams
Gonna miss the
that
playoffs.
are in that play-ins right now, or maybe even they're in the playoffs right now, what team is not going to make it? We got about 11, 12 games left.
Right now, my goal.
Who's not going to make it?
I'm gonna go from like 13 seed in the West. Right. We got the Blazers at 13.
Blazers
The
at
Pelicans
13,
at 12 seed.
Pelicans at 12.
And Utah's at 11th. Right.
Utah's at 11. So all three of them are not in right now.
All three of them are not in right now.
Right now. Wow.
I think. Pays me to say it.
Well,
I think
who's above them? Who's above them?
Real quick, I don't think Portland's gonna make the play-ins. I don't think
After
Utah.
that statement from Dame.
I don't think Utah's gonna make the play-ins. And so the Lakers are the 10th seed, right?
Okay.
Thunder's the 9th seed. I think the Thunder will fall off.
I've been saying the Thunder are going to fall off all year, and they haven't.
I think
the
they'll
whole
fall
year,
off.
I'm like,
I
the
think
Thunder
they'll fall
ain't
off.
making that.
I think they'll fall off. So,
You
but
think
right
the
now,
Thunder will fall off before the Lakers?
because it's the 10th through the 7th seed, right? Who plays the play-ins, right?
7 through 10 is in the
7
play.
through 10, right? So right now we have the Warriors, Timberwolves, Thunder, and Lakers, right?
Warriors are making it. You said Timberwolves?
I have the Warriors making it.
Then
I
I
have-
Anthony Edwards got hurt.
I know, and I have the Lakers making it. So I think don't worry about
True Lakers
Oklahoma.
fan, huh?
Nah, don't worry about Oklahoma. I'm not worried too much about Timberwolves or whatnot. I think they'll lose and fall off a little bit. I just think the Warriors and
You not
The
down with
Lakers
your
with
all-star Utah Jazz?
nah, they Utah.
I know
nah,
you had
man.
them winning the West at the start of the year.
What? What? You tripping?
I think Charles Barkley said it. Remember the start of the year?
Go
they
back to
started
your
doing
Mac
very
McClung
good.
fan.
You know what's interesting, man, is Portland started off with the number 1 seed in the West. At the
They
start of
did.
this year,
They
they were
followed.
up like, what were they?
Damian Lillard got hurt though.
I think they started off 5-0. Then they went to like 9-4 or something. Like they were the top.
They
number
was
1
doing
seed.
good, and then
It was them and
Lillard
Utah.
got hurt. Yeah.
And I was telling them, just like when you run a
Oh,
race,
everyone
I was
knew
telling them,
Utah was
don't-
gonna fall off.
Y'all running too hard for y'all speed. Like y'all gonna give out. And that's exactly what happened. Portland, Anthony Simmons was hurt. Damian Lillard was hurt. They really should have won more games than they're at.
Yeah.
They should be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's just it's a wild west.
What do you think about the West?
So the way I got it, brother, I'm hoping OKC makes it. I
They're
want
not gonna make it.
Sacramento to play OKC first.
That would be a dream.
I want Sacramento to play OKC first and get that first round win.
Because right now it's looking like we're gonna play the Warriors or the Lakers.
Okay,
Which
so
is not.
read me this. Who's right after the Kings? You got the Kings in Memphis, but who's right after them? Is it Phoenix?
Phoenix, the Clippers, and then Dallas.
So Phoenix, the Clippers, and Dallas, they're all in the guaranteed
Right.
playoff spots.
Right now, Phoenix
Someone-
Suns will play LA, the Clippers.
And the Warriors,
The Warriors right now would play Memphis because they're the number 2 seed. They're a game ahead of the Kings right now. And the Kings right now would play Dallas. 'Cause they're 3 and 6
so
seed.
the way I got it, I want OKC to win, and I've kind of
Right.
been saying they're not going to do it because they don't have nobody on their team that you're thinking like is going to bring them there.
Yeah.
They don't have the Damian Lillard. They got Shy. He's good. But they don't have nobody that's that superstar that can bring them there. But I'm not going to give up on OKC, man, because their fan base rocks with them. They got a different energy when you play in Oklahoma. They're young. I got them making it, bro, and I got the Pelicans making it, too. The Pelicans are out right now. I got them making it.
You don't have the
There's
Lakers
no
making
way.
it. You don't have the Lakers making it.
No. The team I think might not make it might be Minnesota. And I've said this from the get-go. I've said this from the get go. I did not think Minnesota was gonna make it. That Rudy Gobert trade and all that stuff, it doesn't translate. Where's Minnesota at? Are they 7?
They're the eighth seed right
They're
now.
8.
Yeah.
They're not that far ahead.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, OKC make it, Minnesota miss it. They don't got D'Angelo Russell. They ain't got Karl Anthony Towns playing right now. All they got is Anthony Edwards, and he just went down.
So you're saying OKC's gonna make it?
Pelicans making it over them.
You got
Pelicans are taking it from Minnesota. They're gonna be in that play-in.
so the Pelicans are making the play-ins,
And the Lakers, I got them winning, but you never know with the Lakers, man. The Lakers, they all over the place. But I got them getting in there.
Anthony Davis, man.
They sure are making a season out of it. Because let me tell you this, I'm gonna just put it like this: regardless if the Lakers make it or not, the Pelicans are gonna make the playoffs. There's no way Brandon Ingram, C.J. McCollum are missing the play-ins. They're gonna get to the play-ins.
I can see it happening.
You can see it happening. Okay.
I can see it happening. I mean, even if the Lakers make the playoffs at this point, they're gonna run it in Denver and they're just gonna get ran.
Okay.
That's how I see it. I'm not even worried about the Lakers
the Lakers
no more.
might not even want to go.
The Lakers,
Denver's
they don't
been
even
losing though, man. Denver's lost
All
like
right,
5
all
of 6, 5 of 7
They're
games.
still number one seed.
Still number one, but man, sometimes
They're already in
your
the
fire can
playoffs.
go
Yeah,
out.
they're already in the playoffs.
They are in the playoffs, guaranteed spot.
Hey man, the Kings and Memphis still got a chance for the number one seed though.
I see that. They only 3.5
Right
games
now
back.
though, I will say I think it's better if the Kings just stay like that number 2 or 3 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Just because even if we do get the 1 seed, we can end up playing the Warriors, the Lakers. We never know how things can
No,
go.
if you could take the 1 seed, you get it.
Nah.
If you can.
Nah. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I would say, hey,
I think there's even bonuses and benefits if you take that number 1 seed.
yeah, that's true.
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting coming down to the wire because man, like I said, it's only a few weeks. Play-ins start April 11th.
Right.
That's 3 weeks away.
Mhm.
Play-ins.
Mhm.
So in 3 weeks, all the teams are gonna be eliminated. So it's gonna be interesting, man. Interesting.
It's gonna be really interesting.
Are we looking at the East too? Or are we looking at the playoff
Yeah, let's go ahead and
teams
look
in
at the East.
Because we know the top teams. We got Milwaukee, we got Boston, we got Philly. Philly's been on a
The
roll.
East is
bro.
really separated compared to the rest, though. Like, we got,
It is, but let's look at them playing spots.
yeah,
Who's
them
in them
playing spots. We
We
got
got the Hawks.
Miami,
We got Miami Heat,
Miami Heat, Atlanta Hawks, Toronto Raptors, and Chicago Bulls.
Toronto Raptors. Man,
Now,
they've been staying
the Wizards
around there.
are a game behind of the plans, and then we got Indiana, but that's basically it.
Man, Indiana.
I'm not really worried about Indiana. I'm not gonna lie.
Why were they getting so much attention at the beginning of the year?
I don't know.
Reese Halliburton. I mean, he's solid and a good player, but they're talking about he's the second coming to Magic Johnson. I don't understand. Sacramento got rid of him and we got better after we
Yeah.
got rid of him.
Yeah, that's true.
And I didn't like the way he played
With
here.
Sacramento,
I didn't
yeah.
like the way he played with Sacramento, man. But I didn't.
Probably
like the way
was
he
the
played.
coaching too.
Yeah,
Could've
it could have been
been,
the
yeah.
coaching as well.
You know, that coach we had last year.
spot because I think him and Fox were trying to share that spot.
And it wasn't
And
working.
Fox needed it. You know,
Yeah.
Fox is the one you're gonna go with.
Mhm.
Fox is clutch, man. You seen how clutch he's been this year,
Man, he's got a few game winners, man.
man.
Not gonna
So
lie.
yeah, with the East, I like the way the East looks.
hmm
I'm not. I think Chicago's definitely making it. They're at the 10 seed right now. I think Chicago's gonna make it. Patrick Beverly, Levine, DeRozan.
I actually
they had a hit with Lonzo Ball being out.
I see just the plans. I see like the top 10 teams. They're already there.
That
for
are already
for
there.
the East. Yeah,
The Wizards, you don't think they're gonna make it?
I don't think they're gonna make it.
I mean, if by chance
I don't
they
know why
win-
Bradley
get a
Bill
win
stayed
streak,
there, but what? It's whatever.
He took his money.
Took his
He
money.
took his money. So yeah, the East not as exciting as far as the play-ins and the playoff runs. It's not
The
as close.
East is like, look,
It's not as close.
Like, look, I've been saying this for a minute. The East gonna come down to the Sixers. Gonna take the second seed from Boston. It's gonna come down to Sixers and
You've
Milwaukee.
been on that Sixers
Bro.
hype for a minute, bro.
I'm telling you, man.
You've been
This-
trusting that process all your life, brother.
No, man, trust me. The Sixers are gonna take second seed. It's gonna come out to Philly and Milwaukee in the conference finals.
So who do you have beating Boston? You had somebody knocking off Boston, Philly.
I don't think Boston's
If
gonna make.
Philly takes the number 2 seed, they're gonna play Boston in the second round. Either way, they're probably gonna meet in the
They
second
could.
round.
They could.
Yeah, either way, those 2 and 3 seeds are gonna meet in the second round.
Yeah,
Probably.
you're right. I actually didn't think about that.
So
I don't
Whoever has
have any.
home court
I just
advantage
don't.
is gonna
I just don't
matter.
have anyone knocking. I just don't have anyone knocking off Philly or
I don't have
Milwaukee.
Philly winning in Game 7 in Boston.
I have Philly.
Game 7 in Boston, Philly just can't pull it off. People ain't hard enough. They don't got it. They don't got it.
Nah.
So they need to get that 2 seed if they gonna beat them in 7 games. But if they think they can do it before that,
nah, I don't know. I don't see Boston beating Philly, bro. Joel Embiid's been balling out. I don't.
Been balling out, but Boston is a squad.
Let me say, when they played 2 weeks ago, Boston was having trouble guarding Joel Embiid. They was having trouble. Al Horford couldn't really. They don't really have that person to really guard him.
I'm glad.
So
Joel
now you're
Embiid's
gonna
doing his thing.
So now you're gonna make one of these 2 players, Marcus Smart. He's probably gonna get in foul trouble, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum have to step up, waste their energy on the defensive end. I just don't see Boston with all the drama they had. I already told you guys at the beginning of the season.
That's what I thought about Boston. And
You know
I
what
thought
I'm
about the Warriors also. I thought the Warriors were gonna have too much drama. The Warriors are struggling right now.
I'm not too worried about the Warriors. I feel like the Warriors are that team where if they get in the playoffs, they'll be all right.
I really think the Warriors just have that championship thing.
They got that championship mentality where it's like they don't care what happened in the regular season. Just get in the playoffs and it's.
But you got to look at this. Why are the Warriors? Why are they struggling so much on the road?
I don't know, but I will say this, right? They made some valuable trades. They got Gary Payton, the second, right?
Yeah, they're gonna get him back on the court.
They're gonna get him back. Andrew Wiggins gonna get back on the court too.
Gotta have Andrew
So I feel like
back.
if you get those 2 players back, what they have
then you gotta get your rhythm back.
But the NBA has 10, 15 games left. I feel like they'll be able to find their rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Going to the playoffs, very strong. Whatnot.
LeBron's gonna have to get back with the Lakers and then get their rhythm.
Yeah, there's too many teams where they gotta get their rhythm.
Kevin Durant's gonna have to get his rhythm back.
With Phoenix,
he get hurt the first game. He came back or second game.
I think it was the second or third game.
I'm like, man,
I think it was the third
about?
game. It was pregame too. It was was there water on the court?
How did he get hurt? I'm just like, anyone on the team can get hurt, but not him.
Yeah,
it's crazy the amount of injuries that are happening in the NBA, man. It's a lot of injuries happening. And then you see the NBA owners and the commissioners still talking about, man, we don't need these players resting and all this type of stuff. These players are trying to play as least as possible. They ain't trying to get hurt.
What do you think about load management, though? You think it's a bad thing, good thing? It's understandable?
Man.
Because there's 2 sides to it. It's alrighty. Your team really might be a super team where it's you might be able to sit out against this team, take a rest or whatnot. But then it's hey, if you're not hurt, you should be out there playing for the fans or whatnot, you know?
I say give them load management games. Maybe give them a certain limit. So that they can use load management. Let's say they have 8 games a year, where if they need load management, they can take those games at the end of a back-to-back after traveling or whatnot, because we need to keep these players for the playoffs. But everybody has all the teams. They they got 8 games they can use with a player or something like that. I would say do it like that, as opposed to telling them they can't do it at all.
Yeah,
because you telling them they can't do it at all. It's these players are top athletes. They're top athletes. They know their body. They know, hey, 82 games is a long time. I might need to sit out the end of a back-to-back. And you don't want to do it too much because you do have the fans. I understand that. Yeah. If I paid all this money to come to the game and we wanted to get this ticket because the ticket prices were $400 more just because Kevin Durant's playing, and then he just don't want to play that night. Not he injured, but he just don't want to play. I'm like, wait, hold on. What am I doing supporting the NBA? And they over here taking 2 paychecks.
Right, that's true.
Not producing results. So I understand it, but give them some time and maybe have a heads up. Let it be known, hey, at the end of this back-to-back, I'm not playing this game or that game or whatever.
Yeah.
Apart from injury.
Yeah,
maybe 5 games.
To be honest, I don't think they should even put a number on it. The NBA, they take pride in the teams winning finals so much, right? So it's not like you're just sitting out just to sit out. It's, hey, you're sitting out to rest for the postseason and whatnot, right?
And teams that can make the playoff run, they're going to have another 30 games in the playoffs.
You got another good 30 games in the playoffs, and you got a short off season. Dude, LeBron's been the finals pretty much the last 10 years, right?
Exactly.
And so he's had short off seasons.
More games than everyone. Yeah. Just in the playoffs.
Just in the playoffs alone. So he's had shorter off seasons, right? Most people's season if you don't make the playoffs or whatnot, you end them in April, right?
Uh-huh.
He goes to May, like middle of June, end of June, right? So he only has like what, July, August, September. He only has like 3 solid months, and you know
Right.
he's got to condition and whatnot, keep his body up and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah, I mean it's I don't think you should put a limit on it. I think now obviously if the organization has a problem with it, I would say hey, they have the power to say hey, no, we don't want you to take load management or whatnot. But then that's just gonna be another problem for star players or whatnot. But
What do y'all think? What does the audience, what does all of
Yeah.
our fans think when we are speaking on this load management? Does it make you upset? I don't get upset when I'm watching a game and someone doesn't play. But when I see somebody who, if I were to go to a game and I spend a lot of money, I could understand I would be upset.
yeah,
But I don't really spend that much money and go to the game. So if they're not playing tonight, I'm changing the channel. Oh man, did you see, switching topics just a little shift? Have you seen this whole situation with the Memphis Grizzlies, Ja Morant? We spoke about that last week. But have you noticed Dylan Brooks been going off on everybody now that Ja Morant's out? He's like, okay, y'all done took down my brother Ja Morant. I'm going to get all of y'all. And he's been going at everybody. Every game I've seen him at, he's going at somebody. He's getting in technicals. He got suspended for his 16th technical. I watched the game a little bit earlier today. He was playing the Warriors, and he was talking to all of them. And Klay Thompson was like this. 4 rings. I got 4 of them. And I don't know what Dylan Brooks was saying back, but he was still yelling back. But I said, there ain't no yelling back after someone done showed you 4 rings. What you gonna yell back?
Bro, my thing is Dylan Brooks is a great player. The funniest moment with him actually was when he flopped in Oregon. He just did flop. Like, no one even touched him. It was like 5 seconds away.
It was college?
Yeah, it was in college. But,
Yeah, I can see it.
said-
He
said,
exaggerates,
1, 2, 3,
man.
4. Yeah, that's funny. But, I mean, Dylan Brooks is a good player. You know what I'm saying? But, now look, if you're talking to someone who hasn't really won a ring and whatnot, and you playing them in a game and whatnot, I understand that. But you gotta show respect where respect is due. You know what I'm saying? Those people earn the respect. You can't be saying,
You right.
Draymond Green,
You right.
if he wasn't on the Warriors, he's a nobody. Nobody would know who he is. The fact of the matter is, he's on the Warriors. He got like 4 rings. You got 0 rings. Don't be like talking about him or whatnot.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You can talk about him. Just you gotta show some respect. You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, it seems like Draymond Green is what he wants to be. Like, he wants to be this alpha on the team that's basically, getting into fights with the other players and holding it down for his team and got his teammates' backs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He wants to be the Draymond Green of this new Memphis team, potential dynasty. And that's not how you get it. But I guess he's trying to go at him, and it's making a lot of people mad. And I mean, if that's his style, that's probably been working for him for a long time.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it, man. If it's his style, it's his style. You know what I'm saying?
I remember when Andre Iguodala was there, and Andre Iguodala wasn't playing because he was like, I want to go back to the Warriors. I don't want to play with these young guys over here in Memphis.
Yeah.
And Dylan Brooks was the one. He was like, man, I'll be happy when he gets out of here so we can stop focusing on the situation. I was like, man, Dylan Brooks don't be playing. So I think that's his personality. His personality is either you with us or you all the way against us. I think that's his personality. And I can't, it's good to have a friend like that and a teammate like that. You do. You do. Because you don't need Ja being that personality. You need someone else being that tough guy.
That personality, you know.
Yeah, you need Ja just to be your star and do these great moves.
Yeah.
You need other people who are going to actually defend and stuff like that.
Ja's kind of like a Kevin Durant. Just let him go out there and play. You know, I'm not saying he's not a leader. Or whatever,
Yeah.
but
So shout out to Dylan Brooks and Memphis Grizzlies. I hope
Man,
Ja
they
Morant
find
gets
him,
back and they get it together so that they can be a solid playoff
they
contender.
fined Dylan Brooks like $25,000 or $35,000 because. So it was a tough play. He was going for the ball, but he knocked over the cameraman. But I was like, hey, if he would have helped him up, it'd be like, nah. But I was like, man, come on now.
Well, hey, at least the cameraman didn't pull a Devontae Adams and do a lawsuit on him. Remember Devontae Adams? The man walked right in front of Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams pushed him over probably before he even knew he was a cameraman. He just knew someone was running up on him.
Yeah.
He pushed the man down and then had a lawsuit.
The next morning, it was
Hold
the
on.
station.
Did you hear about Jimmy Garoppolo? Traded to the Raiders, bro. Traded to your rival team.
What are you about to say?
Well, it's just funny, man, because I told you don't want to be no quarterback of the 49ers. You don't want to be under that Kaepernick curse. And this man got up out of there. Shout out to Jimmy G. He might do good in Oakland. And he might do good in Las Vegas. He might do very good. But I wonder who they're going to give the job to in San Francisco.
I mean, you still got Trey Lance and Purdy.
It's just funny. Whenever I hear about the 49ers in the quarterback position, I'm just like, the Kaepernick curse, man. Jimmy G, he actually got blessed. Because he kept getting hurt.
Yeah,
As long as you're in that quarterback position, man. For those of y'all who are new to this channel, man.
They don't need to sign like 5 quarterbacks this year.
Man, they just need to come clean, make it right. They don't even got to let anybody know they made it right. Just take care of stuff behind closed doors and move forward, because that Kaepernick curse is a real thing. And I've talked to multiple people about it, and they starting to see what I'm talking about. Especially last year when all them quarterbacks were getting hurt in the playoffs for the Niners.
You said it first,
man. Everybody was like, Stan's right, the Kaepernick curse. So I said, I try to tell y'all. I be trying to tell y'all, man.
Real.
But we just get on here, man, and updating y'all on everything happening in the NBA. There's so much stuff happening in the NFL we didn't even get to. You know, Aaron Rodgers possibly leaving to the New York Jets. What's your thoughts on that? Quick rundown. What's your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers leaving?
Yep.
I'm not big on him. The Jets? Where he about to go there and dominate?
Yeah. So real quick, the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Wait, my bad. You just asked me a question. Aaron Rodgers.
My brother said disregard your whole question. He said, I don't want to talk about that.
Know, man. My thing is like, I don't know why. He's not. The Jets is a bad team. I'm just be straight up. They're not a good team. They don't really got a lot of good pieces on there. Now I get it. If you bring someone like Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady over, they're instantly a contender. You know what I'm saying, for a playoff spot, but I just don't see him going nowhere. I was like, hey, at this point in your career, you've been in Green Bay like most of your career or whatnot, right?
I believe all
of your career.
Yeah.
Just stay with Green Bay or retire. You know what I'm saying? There's really no need to try and go one more year. What happens this year?
Let another one of these young quarterbacks get the spot.
There's too many teams out there for I don't know.
Yeah,
not only that, he's trying to go to the East, right? He's trying to go to the East, and you're going to have to verse Patrick Mahomes.
I didn't understand the move, but if he wants to do it, go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I really didn't understand that move as far as I was like, why the Jets? Am I missing something with the Jets? Are they about to bring over a whole new wide receiving squad or what? Like, I don't know. Yeah. But we'll see what happens there. Did you hear the Cowboys released Ezekiel Elliott? Man, you fight hard for a team and they just drop you. They just drop you, man. And he wasn't even the problem last year.
I tell y'all, bro. No, Dak Prescott's the problem for the Cowboys.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I was surprised they dropped Elliott.
People don't want to address that issue, though. They don't want to address that. Now, Cowboys fans will tell you, the organization, though, the organization, though.
Oh yeah, take care of your situation.
Yeah, let's make sure we good here. Yeah, but the organization.
We live stream, right?
Yeah, we live.
Yeah, we went live stream for y'all. We really. Man, we try to change this one up and go live for everybody. So
yeah, but
we hope people are watching and able to comment. Who knows? I don't know how this thing goes. I don't know how it works. So that's why I said we're trying it out. We're testing it so that next time we can actually do it even better.
Preset
we can
let
y'all know ahead of time. Y'all can comment with us and we can just talk back and forth. Because that's what we want to do. We want to talk back and forth.
We want people to call into the show too.
Yeah. Once we give y'all a number, go ahead. Go ahead.
But what was I saying?
You were talking about Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott, he's really the problem. I mean, he's getting hurt all the time, and he's making bad plays. He's getting like 3 turnovers a game and whatnot.
Yeah,
I don't really know how you pin that on Ezekiel Elliott. Besides for the last play,
why they drop him though?
First off,
release him? They didn't trade him or nothing.
I don't know why they're dropping him. You need to be dropping the head coach or Mike McCarthy, bro.
And you need to get rid of that owner, Jerry Jones. The whole team is cursed now. The only thing is the owners can't get rid of. The owners are the only one. The owners have to get rid of the owners.
Bro, you putting a curse on everybody, bro.
Man, the Cowboys got a curse on them. It's been 30 years since y'all have won a championship. I'm sorry. And I know we got so many Dallas fans. I know they're so mad.
So what about the Kings? The Kings got a curse? It's been like 17 years.
The Kings got cheated, brother.
You're right. You right.
You know how it be when you're a fan. You start, you always can justify your loss.
Oh
The
yeah.
Kings had to be humbled for a while. I didn't realize how bad the Kings' records were the last 20 years. The Kings
We ain't
haven't won. They
40
haven't got
games.
over 40 games.
40 games.
They had 3 seasons in a row where they were like 28 and 52, or
Yeah.
28 and 48, something like that. I was like, you had 3 seasons in a row where you hit the same record in the 20s. That's tough, man. That just lets you know.
Man, we had a bad team.
But yeah,
We
were
had
you
bad
asking me a
team.
question about
Yeah,
Dak
man.
Prescott all
Why?
over the place, man?
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know why they dropped Ezekiel Elliott. To be honest,
Is he gonna get picked up by someone?
for surely.
Someone's definitely gonna grab
There
him.
are some teams that will definitely grab him. But I don't know, man. What are your thoughts on that?
Man, yeah, I just was surprised.
I've
to
been
see
telling
it.
you, hey, this is just a sign right here, man. The Cowboys ain't going nowhere this year, by the way. But just go ahead.
Yeah, I just was surprised to see that it just said Cowboys release Ezekiel Elliott. I was like,
Makes me
I
wonder-
remember when Ezekiel Elliott was the man. Like they're like, we gotta sign him. He's the best thing going. With Ezekiel Elliott, we can win a Super Bowl.
You remember the last play of the playoffs, right? This year for the Cowboys,
Was it when
they put Zeke as a linebacker against 2 defensive linemen, bro. Go back and look at it, bro.
I
It was
remember Prescott
terrible-
passed it real small.
it
right?
was a
Real
terrible play. The head coach, I just don't know how you don't fire him after that.
short. You
play,
never get
man.
mad at Mike McCarty.
They never get mad at the head
Just
coach.
like Russell Wilson, they never got mad at the head coach. Did they fire the head coach?
They did. They
They
did. Yeah.
waited till the end of the season.
They waited towards the end of the season, last
Man,
few weeks.
I
Yeah.
told y'all the first game when they lost to Seattle, you need to fire that head coach. 'Cause he
We
did
all
some
told y'all,
terrible
bruh.
stuff.
Man, now that hurts Russ. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man.
Is Russell Wilson coming back this year?
Probably, yeah.
Is he
But,
coming
hey.
back? And I'm talking about he's
Oh,
going.
he's gonna come back. I think he'll come back.
He was in the gym all summer.
He's gonna have to come back, man. He's got to.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
Russell
he's
Wilson
got
does
his money
thing,
though.
man.
He's got his money.
He got his money. He got his
So-
woman, and they doing their thing. So, but I hope he can go back to Denver and have a great year. That way, people can see you fall off for a little bit and come right back.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't have 2 bad years though.
Yeah,
And
he
I
can't
hope
have
Lamar
2 bad
Jackson
years.
comes out swinging. I hope he comes out. I hope he gets away from Baltimore, man. They
Yeah,
disrespected
he's got to
him too
leave.
much.
He's got to leave Baltimore.
Now, Lamar Jackson. That's who the Raiders should have picked up. They should have picked up Lamar Jackson. They went and got Jimmy G from across the street.
Man,
Why you? get
Lamar
Jimmy
might
G?
just sit out this year.
Is
and be
Jimmy
like,
G that good?
No,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
no.
how's
Let me
teams
tell
just
you.
picking him up? They went
I-
from Derek
I will say
Carr
this,
and said,
though.
Jimmy G.
I will say this though
You're supposed
about
to upgrade, man.
I'll say this about the 49ers, bro. Is Kyle Shanahan, he's a good coach in terms of he knows how to make players that are not so great look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, so with Jimmy
The
Garoppolo,
Niners
he was
coach does
able
seem to be
he was
a
able
good
to make
coach.
him look good and able to make him like play out his strong points and whatnot and whatnot.
And the 49ers team is raw. The team is raw.
Yeah.
It's the QB position.
Yeah.
Their
They got a
team
nice
is
defense.
raw.
They got a nice defense.
Debo, what's the guy's name they just got? McCaffrey.
Yeah. The defense is nice. They got
what's
Bosa.
the other guy's name? I forget these guys' names, but these guys, the 49ers team is nice.
They got
Defense
some,
is nice. It's just the QB position.
keep getting hurt.
They just got that one problem. So yeah,
Hmm.
man.
You know, let's fix that.
So yeah, anything else going on in the sports world before we get up out of here? Appreciate
Man.
all y'all tuning in with
Real
us.
quick.
First live
Might as well-
video.
Might as well cover this, man.
Minus real. What we got to
But is
cover?
Anthony Davis the real problem for the Lakers, man? Because
Did you see the game against Dallas?
Mhm.
This brother, he
within
fouled a
1
3-point
minute,
shooter.
within 2 minutes,
Not
he
only
missed
did
the
foul-
free throws.
He missed the free throw.
Missed the free
And we
throw.
were watching it. I said he's gonna miss one of these. I thought he was gonna miss the second one. He came out there and missed the
I told
first
you he's
one.
gonna miss the first.
He
make
missed the
second.
first one, giving everybody in Dallas hope. Then,
He left his man wide open for that game
then
winning
he
shot.
fouled the 3-point shooter. And I'm like, you don't have to foul. There's no reason to foul. Foul the 3-point shooter. You're up by 4. No reason to foul. He fouled the 3-point shooter. I don't even know if he was trying not to foul. Because he ran right into the guy, knocked him over. Like, here, get these 3 shots.
Yeah.
Guy goes and gets 3 shots. Then on the last play of the game, he got caught slipping. He got caught, and I've been there before. I've done that in the last play of a game before, but the man didn't make the shot. But I've seen that happen. Like you're watching
Nah, he
someone
made
with the
the shot.
basketball.
Tell the truth now.
Yo,
but
no,
nah,
no,
I'm
no.
just playing.
I
Let's
gotta
play.
be honest. I gotta be
Let's
honest.
play.
But I was watching it and I'm like, I thought Kyrie wasn't gonna get off in time when he passed that last pass.
I was like,
said,
I was like, you should have went up with that.
But the way Max, he passed it right on the money.
He was like,
and he said, and when he hit the shot, I was like, we were screaming, man.
was like, oh,
that
man.
was crazy.
LeBron James on his all black, his
LeBron
shades. He was just like,
too smooth with the all black.
you could tell he was upset with Anthony Davis. He was like,
he had the glass on.
what are
He
you
just
doing?
looked like, Who's that? Oh, okay, yeah. All right.
Anthony Davis.
He be funny, man.
Not
LeBron
surprised.
be straight comedy now that he's out here in LA. He be comedy in Hollywood, and I think he should have fun with it now. He's been
Just
in the league
having
long
fun
enough.
with it.
Yeah, have
You
fun
really
with the
ready
league.
for the playoffs?
You the all-time leading scorer. You own that record, and you still playing. You chilling. He said, "I'm gonna take 3 weeks off, come back, go for 39,000." Like he just chilling, you know. So,
You get 40,000.
but Anthony Davis, to answer your question, is he the problem? No, he's not the problem. The Lakers' culture is the problem.
That's not it either.
The Lakers' culture isn't. They're obviously not unified like a team. How do you play with the team for the first half and then they get rid of half the team halfway through the year? You think you get bonding with some people and you having camaraderie with people, and you all know you might get traded by the end of the All-Star break.
If he wasn't Anthony
You can't
Davis,
really celebrate LeBron's
Yeah.
record in the team. Everything's been about LeBron this year. So
that's why players were mad,
Mm-hmm.
literally on the Lakers when LeBron got the record, because they were like, "Hey, we're still trying to win a game here."
we need to
And it's
win.
like-
They lost that game.
That was the game. After that game, a lot of people got traded. On the
Everybody
Lakers.
got traded.
Yeah,
Everybody.
Westbrook,
Everybody got traded.
Beverly.
Yeah.
Beverly tried to come out and say I requested a trade, but you know,
They got the guy from Wizards, Chamara. They got all these guys, but it's just, I don't know, man.
culture, man. I told
The
y'all, bro.
culture.
Anthony Davis and Darvin Ham. I
Anthony
told
Davis
y'all.
be putting up numbers. Darvin Ham seems like he's just in place to be the coach right now.
I told y'all, bro.
He seems like a good coach. He doesn't seem like a bad coach. He's coaching. He's standing up coaching. You know,
I don't know.
he's doing more than
First,
Frank
you got a
Vogel
first
was.
year coach coaching champions. I just don't see it, how it's gonna correlate. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
You need someone to put the champs in their place. You know what I'm
I
saying?
just think it's hilarious how the Lakers can be the 10 seed and people on
The
TV
ESPN is still
them
talking
winning
about
the
them.
championship. like they're the 10th seed. They're not one of the top seeds, and they're like they still got a chance.
Even when they was in the play-ins, they was last year.
They'd
or-
have to have an
or 2
amazing
years
road
ago.
to the finals. But no, I don't think Anthony Davis is the problem. I think when
I
he
don't see-
plays, I think he
yeah.
plays very hard, very good. But he does have a reputation of missing free throws at the end of games, man. And you just got to be smart. The playoffs is about being smart. And what I saw with that play, Kyrie outsmarted him. Kyrie drew the double team, knew a man was open, passed it to him on the money, and got the shot off just in time. And
Yeah.
shout out to Maxey for hitting that shot.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see afterwards they all celebrating? Jason Kidd was all in the huddle too.
Yeah, it was.
Jason, normally the coach don't run out into the huddle.
Yeah.
Jason Kidd ran out there. He was like, hey, hey.
Mark Cuban was there. He would have ran out too. He was like,
Oh yeah, Mark Cuban. He would have been out there too, huh? But that was special. I think Dallas is gonna be great in the playoffs. I just don't know about Phoenix yet because since I have not seen Kevin Durant play a game with them. I saw highlights of one game, but I just haven't seen them, so I had to.
I
watch
think
them in
Phoenix
person.
would be all right, man.
I think
Any
they'll be
team
all
with
right.
Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, Devin Booker. I mean, they can
But they're
literally
just
just go
figuring
and
it out right
practice and
now.
figure it out.
They're just
They-
figuring it out.
They could just go to practice, man, figure it out. They'll be good for the games,
when
man.
you show up against these teams who like these Warriors, who they got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years under their belt, it's gonna be tough to just figure it out.
The Warriors gonna be tough for anybody.
They're gonna be tough for anybody.
They're
So
gonna be
it's
tough for
Denver.
anybody.
Denver, you can't just figure it out against. They got
Mhm.
5 guys who's like they got the. I've always said this. They got the strongest 5 that steps on the court. Their closing 5 is like the strongest 5.
Over LA? The
Yeah,
Clippers?
over LA. Oh, over the Clippers? Yeah. They got the strongest 5 that plays like a team. Clippers are still learning to play like a team. They got the best 3.
They
players.
got once they get Kawhi Leonard, he's pretty much back up to date.
Oh, Clippers been rolling. They
They
lost
gonna-
their first few and then started hitting
Yeah,
stride.
they gonna be good. They gonna be good. Depends who they play. But I'll tell you this: whichever team runs in Denver, though, the first round they're probably gonna get smacked. If it's not
Depends
the
on who
Warriors.
they playing in the first round,
But
man.
man, nah. Listen,
It depends on who they
listen.
playing
I'll tell you
in that
right.
first
I'll
round.
tell you right now, man. I'll tell you
Trying
right
to tell
now.
you.
In the Western Conference, bro. I'll tell you this: whichever team runs, Dallas, the Warriors, the Lakers. I mean, Memphis already, they're up there with the seeds, but they're not beating Denver right now. You know what I'm saying? It's probably going to be Dallas, Golden State, or the Los Angeles Lakers. I can see the Warriors pulling off the first round against any other team, pretty much, besides the Clippers or Suns or Kings. It's going to be tough, man. We'll see who they play.
Yeah, we're going to see.
And we got to see how they,
let us know y'all thoughts on who's going to make the playoffs and who's not going to make the playoffs.
Once the teams get their pieces back and whatnot. We'll
Shout out to the Sacramento Kings, repping for Sacramento out here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Doing the thing out here in Sac. We about to be in the playoffs, man. We got to get started looking at them playoff tickets, brother.
Man.
We got to start looking at them tickets.
They got to make it first.
They got to make it first.
Tell you, they
still don't believe, huh?
I might gotta go to the regular season.
Nah, they there. They there. Even if, they there.
Might go to the I'll be at one of the games this season.
All right, y'all. It's S&J Sports Talk. We are on Instagram. Man, have you been on Instagram lately on our page?
Nah,
we're on Instagram. I've been off of Instagram.
We've been off for a minute
since Christmas, man.
We're on Twitter too, right?
We on Twitter too. S&J Sports Talk.
Forget about
Twitch, which I don't know what it is, but
we
he
on
said
Twitch.
We on it.
Twitch, S&J Sports Talk.
We're on Apple Podcasts,
Spotify. Guys, we're on TikTok, everywhere. But it looks like TikTok's about to get banned, so
We're on TikTok? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, we're on TikTok.
I didn't even know where we're at.
We're on Instagram, but we're on all those platforms.
Shout out to all of the platforms, whatever platform you're on the most. We trying to keep them active, man. We need like a team, like a social media team. You know how they be having social media teams that do all that stuff? We be doing everything.
We don't need no team.
I know we are the team right here, my brother. Leave me hanging, brother. Oh man, you see how it goes with the team. But yeah,
I got this all by myself. You know what I'm saying?
Who's been supporting us? We about to get up out of here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Man, we had to get it in this week. I told y'all once a week. We did it last week. I was like, okay, we got to get it in this week before the end of the week.
Once a week.
We'll be back with y'all to talk next week about more of this March Madness, about more of the NBA playoff races. All those things happening.
Real quick, guys. We at 46 subscribers right now, guys.
That's nice. We're trying to get that thing to 50.
Let's get it to 50, guys, before our next video.
Let's get it to 50 before our next video. That would be smooth.
That'd be smooth, man.
That would be real nice and smooth. All right, y'all. Y'all stay safe, be cool, be smooth, and
peace.
Hey, our first live video went good, right?
Yeah.
It went pretty well? Was the feedback all right for everybody listening?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, cool.
Let us know.
Let us know.